Somewhere right now, someone's paying an agency $3,000 a month for exactly what I'm about to show you. And it's not just Google rankings anymore. It's showing up in ChatGPT, in AI overviews, in Perplexity, in every place people are actually searching right now. 10 AI skills, every part of SEO covered. Technical, on-page, backlinks, reporting, and much more. Built specifically to get you cited by AI while gaining higher rankings in Google. You already have a team, you just haven't met them yet. Let's go. All right, so let's now take a look at the AI search visibility skill. All right. Now, this is a skill unlike any other because it's actually going to help audit and give you the material that you need to get your site to show up in these AI platforms. All right. So all you have to do is select the skill, evoke it, and then it's going to give you a set of options you can choose from. Let me just give you an example. So this is one of the audits that it had done for one of the sites. And it's very, very detailed. And you can see that it's given all these different sections, right? Retrievability, chuck extractability, evidence density, entity and trust, and so on. So it's going to rate your content, your pages on these metrics, and then also going to help you to figure out how you can actually create content that will rank in AI search. All right. So let's get back to our Claude. And you can see that it'll ask you if you want to audit just one page, batch of pages, or the entire site. All right. Well, I want to do for this one page, one specific page that has been getting impressions, but I want to get it to show up in AI search. And then you can select these options. What do you want? Out of this, it can just help you give a score with an audit. It can help you rewrite certain sections, schema, and technical audit. Let me go ahead and select the first two. So I want an audit, and also I want it to rewrite the exact sections. Let me submit it. And then it's going to go ahead and ask you to give that exact page. So I'll go ahead and paste in the exact page. So then it'll ask you which entity should show up in AI answers. I'll go ahead and select that. What is this page trying to refer? So what is the intent of the page? You want to be very clear and careful about this. It's generally going to be the first option because the AI is good at understanding it. Find them for me. What is this report for? For yourself or for a client? It's for me. And then it'll go ahead and create the reports. That's all it takes from your end. Just click into buttons and you'll have an entire analysis ready. So it does take a little bit of time. That's because it's doing a lot of the heavy lifting, and you can see it's giving you these different documents. One is the brief, so what the current situation is, an audit, rewrite, and schema. Let's take a look at the audit because this is what is going to be the most important section. Now you see it's going to give you the score over here, exactly why you're not reaching the higher scores, what the fix for them are, so on and so forth, right? It gives you all these other things that I showed you in the beginning, and there's a lot more information. Now if you go back to Claude and if you take a look at the rewrite section, the rewrite document, then it's going to give you exact sections that you might need to just copy paste to make minor tweaks and add them to your content to make sure that it starts appearing ChatGPT, Gemini, and all other AI platforms. See, exact section, replace it with this. All right. How else more easy can it get to optimize your content for AI? I don't think it gets easier than this. All right, so now we'll take a look at the Search Console Analyst, which is an amazing skill, one of the most important ones you'd want to keep with you, especially if you're an SEO. So go ahead and click on enter, or if you also wanted to give some information, you could. But generally, if you do this, it's going to automatically ask you relevant questions and then help you get the relevant data, all right? So you can see that it's going to ask you which sort of site you want if you have multiple properties, and you can also select what you want. If you want a complete report, if you want to see why traffic has dropped, indexing issues, or anything else, I'll go ahead and ask it to just give me a overall performance report. This is a very new website that I've sort of working on. You can see that it's already starting to work over here. It's opened it over here. This is the site. And you can see that Claude is active over here. It's going to do its work, and then it's going to give us our info. So you can see it's created this report, and it's such a beautiful looking one. Like I mentioned, this is a newer website, but you have all the information over here. Scroll down how many pages are indexed, technical issues, and all these top pages. Now, if you wanted, you could go ahead and ask it any question, right? Like I've added over here, which keywords getting impressions require a dedicated page of their own. So this is a lot of times us SEOs, right? We're trying to find for keywords to build pages around. And instead of us having to do all this manually, you can use Claude very easily. All you have to do is download the skill, put it in your Claude, and then it's good to go. Right. You can see as you speak, it's working in this tab over here. And even if I go to the browser, you can see that it actually is working on these keywords and everything over here. So that's really good. So you can see it's given me exactly those keywords and groups to go after. Scroll down, it's given me an even more nice presentable looking sort of hub. You can always ask it to do this, but then you can see how useful this GSC skill can be. So next, let's take a look at the SEO Specialist skill, all right? Now, this is a generalist SEO skill that you can use with pretty much any of your SEO tasks. It might be, content outline, SERP analysis, keyword integration, whatever it may be. This can be your SEO analyst or your SEO companion for that. Right, so go ahead. If you have anything specific, you could mention that while evoking the skill, or you can just let it run like this. And then you can go ahead and ask it to help you with whatever you'd like. So say, for example, I want to get the AI to do some research on this particular keyword, and then ask it to create a search optimized outline. So I'll go ahead and type. So I'm asking it to analyze the SERPs for this particular keyword and then create an optimized outline for the same. All right. Click on enter, and then it'll go ahead and do its thing. You can also see that it's working over here. So the context right now, it's using the web search connector to search. It's fetching the URLs that are ranking for this particular keyword. It's pretty much doing everything that an SEO would. So now check this out. It's done its analysis and it's given us the outline document as well. And it also tells us the top 3 results. These sites are all thin 300 to 500 worders, right? Sales pages with no real cost, process, or subop data. A genuine content gap. So you can see how we can build all this. And then, in a matter of time, we could get our pages to rank. So let's just quickly open this document. And now you see it gives us the detailed breakdown of the SERP analysis. The intent is a mixed one, thin content SERP, recommended angles, so on and so forth. All right. So you see how amazing this skill can be. Next up, we'll take a look at the Backlink Analyst. Now, this is, as you might already understand, is a very important skill. Backlinks are extremely important. Even now, with all this AI search and everything going on, really high quality links to your site. And I've actually seen, working on newer sites, that, if you really know what you're doing with the anchor text and everything, backlinks can actually help you show up in AI overviews as well. All right. So, again, this is totally done for you. All you have to do is click into the options, and then you're going to get your output. So you need to select the type of site this is. We'll go ahead with SaaS. All right. What is the primary niche? You'll have to select then. For us, we'll be trying to make some links for a marketing SaaS website. This is a B2B. And you also have the option to either use SEMrush or to work independently. All right. So if you have tools like SEMrush, and you can always modify the skill if you'd like. For now, for the masses, we'll just skip SEMrush because you need the pro version of SEMrush, right? Which is quite expensive. But then you don't really need it because you have these skills now. Next, go ahead and add in the URL of your site, and then it's going to ask you a few more questions. All right, so We had selected marketing before, right, for the niche. You see, it analyzes it and it tells us it's probably suited for one of these categories. So that's great, right? It's actually a technology, AI SaaS sort of website. And then it'll give us these options, whether we want to do prospect research, outreach doc, backlink strategy plan. So let's go ahead and do an entire backlink strategy plan. So what's the scope of this? Is it a single page that we're trying to build links around, or full site authority, right? Let's go ahead and do the full site thing. The timeline that we're planning for. So generally link building does take some time, right? Let's go ahead with 3 months for this. Do you know your current backlink baseline? All right, let's just give the baseline for now. And what is our primary goal? We want to rank for specific pages, like I was telling you about the anchor text thing and everything, right? So I'll make a dedicated video on link building and show you my results. But let's go ahead with this, which is increase overall DA, domain authority. Now check this out. It has built out the entire strategy plan for the site, and you see these are because we had asked it to do for the entire site, so given us these slots for these individual pages as well. All right, anchor text plan, check this out. All right, really good. So branded and non-branded mixed, link type, guest post, the percentage, niche edits, so on and so forth, link velocity. So it's really good. And then we can also go ahead and ask it to do some more things for us, like build the month one's prospect list. Let's go ahead and do this. You might want to select the types. We'll go ahead and do all types. Domain authority, if you have anything specific in mind, let's just do any for now. You also have the option to research your competitors' backlinks, okay? So you can do that. This would be more accurate if you use a specific tool like SEMrush, but AI is pretty good as well. For now, I'll just skip this. So we have both of our backlink strategy and also the month one prospect. Let's take a look at the prospect list. So you see, if you are going to be searching this manually in Google, you could try searching for these things. This is very common. As SEOs, we already know it, but this is some confirmed live prospects. So we have these sites over here, and we can reach out to these guys to build links for our site. How cool is that? So this is how cool and easy it is to use the Backlink Analyst tool to build hyper-relevant, high-quality backlinks naturally. So the technical SEO Auditor is another fabulous skill that is going to help you to understand the technical issues, get them resolved so that you have a super fast, well-functioning site. Again, it's really easy to use. All you have to do is evoke the skill. If you don't have any specific issues, then you could evoke it anywhere for that matter. So you might want to go ahead and add the URL over here. All right. Let's audit this site. How deep should the audit go? So it's generally recommended to do 20-30 page audit with Claude, or at least if you can do it part by part, that makes it more accurate. What's the site platform on? So if you have a surety on this, if you're doing your own or your client sites, you might want to add it. If you're doing a competitor site like I am right now, then you can just go ahead with not sure. What would you like to do after the audit? All right. Report only. You can have Claude fix it for you, or you could fix it yourself. It's totally up to you. You can customize the skill the way you'd like to incorporate the specific things that you'd want it to do. You can also ask it, you can connect it with Screaming Frog, for example. And then, have a more detailed analysis of each and every aspect. But for the ones who don't have any tool or who don't want to use any tool, this is a really quick way to get some really good, accurate insights. And not just insights, given the right mechanism, Claude can also go ahead and do a lot of these fixings. I mean, Claude can create fabulous websites, right? So it can definitely fix these things as well. Now you see, it's done all of this. It fetched the robots.txt sitemap, it crawled the pages, ran core web vitals, okay, audited structured data, checked security, and now is generating a premium report. All of that in a matter of few clicks. And here's our final report. You see it shares the methodology summary. We have all our sort of core web vitals. Then you come down over here. We have everything highlighted, and you'll also understand what each means once you go through the entire report, right? It's a very extensive report. In fact, after this, you could actually, with the right prompts, feed it back to Claude, and then it would go ahead and fix things one by one. You could use this skill itself. That is the power of the skill. Go ahead and get your hands on all of these skills. The link is in the description. Now, we also have a really good schema markup generator skill. And all you have to do is, after that, enter your specific requirements. So if you want it to audit a particular page, or if you wanted to audit all the pages in a site, or if you wanted to create any sort of specific schema, you can mention that. For now, I'll just ask it to audit the home page. All right. Oh, there's a bit of a spelling error of this website. And then it's going to go ahead, scan the schema, and give us insights. And it gives us an audit of the schema on the page. You can see that it says that there's a warning, which is a wrong logo image. So this is something that you want to take care of. There are also a lot of these other elements that are missing. Plus, there is just the organization schema as far as what I can see. All right. So it's very basic. It's not up to the mark. So we can go ahead and ask it to give us a fully finished, completed, optimized schema for this particular page. You can then verify it, check it in the validator or rich results, and then paste it on your site. Another very important skill is the GA4 or the Google Analytics skill. All right. So, a lot of us SEOs, we are good with Search Console, but when it comes to Google Analytics, we often seem a little lost. But this skill is made to help you cope with that. Okay. It's going to pretty much do everything for you, from analyzing your acquisition channels to your retention to your monetization, and going to give you the breakdown so that you can optimize so that your tracking is on point. Now, when you run the skill, it's automatically going to try to detect if there is anything open in your browser. So you can see that Claude is currently on the analytics page over here, and it already has access to this. So it's going to then give us these questions. All right. So what do we want from it? Do we want a full snapshot, traffic acquisition, retention? What do we want? All right. We can pick whatever we'd like. If you have anything specific, you can mention that as well. Right now, let me take a look at the traffic and acquisition. And you can see that it will go ahead, and we have a beautiful Claude cursor here, and it's going to take a look at all the data while you can chill, go get a cup of coffee, have your lunch, dinner, whatever you'd like, and then come back. You'll have your report done. And you see it gives us an entire summary of our traffic acquisition. So you can see it says that the property gives us the property name, overall active users, all right, the duration, the channels mix. So, most of our traffic is coming from direct, followed by paid search, and then organic search. Quality varies a lot, the geography, data quality, and then you could ask it anything you'd like, right? There are so many different issues that come up in when it comes to analyzing our analytics. Go ahead, type it in, and this skill is going to help you with each and everything. One of the most common and favorite skills is the on-page SEO Specialist skill. Now, this is a fantastic skill on its own because it will literally audit the entire page or an entire site, and then break down the issues that is there as far as on-page elements are concerned. It'll also give you the fixes, and you can have a well-optimized website, at least from the on-page, on-site side of things, right? So first it's going to ask you for the URL. Go ahead and add in the URL of the site. Next is going to ask you what you expect from this skill. So you want a full on-page audit, you want to diagnose certain things, you want to optimize certain things. Let me go ahead and ask it for a full on-page audit, and that's about it. There's nothing else for me to do. It's going to go ahead, study the website, analyze it. You might have to also allow, if you have this set to manual, right? If you like to bypass it, you could toggle this. But then all you have to do is relax, and it's going to give you a complete report as far as the on-page items are concerned. Now note that you can also connect your SEMrush. If you have SEMrush, use SEMrush. You could connect your Search Console if you want a more comprehensive on-page report, right? But due to time reasons, and I don't want this video to be very long. It's quite long anyways. I won't go ahead and connect this, but you always have this option as well with connected to get a more detailed and comprehensive report. But even if you don't use any of these additional tools, it's still fine. Claude still does a really good work. You can see that it has all these steps included in the skill, right? So it's going to research the SERPs, it's going to audit your title tags, your EEAT, schema markups, internal linking, and it's going to give you a report and also the fixes with it. So I'll get back to you once the report is done. So the report is done, and you can see we have everything over here. All right, now you scroll down, you see it gives you the existing title tags, a meta description, suggestion. You can see the character, because the character count is not on point. The keywords might not be in place. You have the heading hierarchy over here. You also have things like, check this out. It says that the static homepage copy was last modified on May 2025. That's 15 months old. All right. And we know that we always have to keep the content fresh, right? So running these sorts of audits is really helpful. You know what needs to be done according to, the Google updates and Google's guidelines and best practices, really. Scroll down. There's more information over here. Consider adding an FAQ block. There doesn't seem to be any right now. Internal linking, currently 59 internal links. It's quite healthy. And there's some more information about schema. And then you could also, like I mentioned, connect your GSC, SEMrush, Ahrefs for that matter, or any other tool. You can always customize this skill. So like I mentioned, go and get your hands on this skill and all other skills that you get in the marketplace. The link is in the description. And so I'll take you through the two last skills that I had planned for this video. One is the internal linking skill. Now, as the name suggests, this is a skill that is going to help you to internally link pages within your site. It extracts all the URLs from your sitemap, and then it's going to help you with anchor text, linking them, all the pages. It's phenomenal. You don't need to buy these additional tools like Link Whisper and all these other tools, right? This is one skill, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's easy to use. And the second skill that I have to show you is the SEO QC Reviewer. Let me see if I can find it. So I'll just show you the skill in its raw form. So you can see it's a world-class SEO quality control reviewer, right? A lot of us, we don't even know. We just get the work done, but we have no one to quality check it, all right? And it has all these things as far as SEO is concerned, is going to analyze and quality check each and everything from your blogs, articles, landing pages, content briefs, internal links, keyword research, reports, you name it. It's going to go ahead and quality check each and every tasks that other skills do, right? So these were the skills that I wanted to show you today. Now, of course, if you'd like to get your hands on all these skills, you see, this is the AI agent marketplace. It's a marketplace unlike any other. There's new skills added each week to this marketplace. It's still new, so get your hands on it before your competitors do. I'll just take you through the landing page. So this is the home page. Go ahead, take a look at all the skills over here. There's detailed information about each and every skill, what it does, how it works, the differences, what you can expect from it, the steps included in it, the file formats, FAQs, each and every question answered. And if you feel that this is something you need to get your hands on, which you should, go ahead and subscribe to the AI Agent Marketplace. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.